The last occasion on which I addressed this organization was in October 1960, and it's a pleasure to come again on this more peaceful occasion to congratulate you upon your 75th anniversary. I spent 14 years in the Congress of the United States as a member of the labor committees of the House and the Senate. And therefore, I come to this organization on this occasion with some understanding of the contribution which the machinists have made to the American labor movement and the contribution which the American labor movement has made to this country. One of the great things about this country has been that our most extraordinary accomplishments have not come from the government down or from the top down, but have come from the bottom up. And the organization of the machinists 75 years ago in Georgia, until now, today, they represent 1 million men and women in Canada and the United States. As part of the whole AFL-CIO, representing nearly 13 million Americans, have represented one of the most powerful forces for progress, one of the most powerful forces for stability, one of the most powerful hopes for the future that we now have. I don't think that it's any accident that we have passed from the years 1945 to 1963 without a repetition of the Depression of 21 and 22 and the Depression of 29 to nearly 1940. All of the efforts which were made in the 1930s by President Roosevelt, which were made by the trade union movement, I think have laid a solid basis for the general well-being which has benefited so many of our people over the last 18 years. This has not been an easy fight. Way back in 1901, it took this organization striking, as Secretary Wirtz has said, for a 54-hour week. Way back in the mid-1930s, this organization and the labor movement in general were strongly behind the minimum wage of 25 cents an hour. So we have come from a long journey in 75 years to 1963. And I think, as President Hayes has told us and has reminded us of the unfinished business of the 1960s, as your predecessors and my predecessors and the members of Congress who are here tonight, their predecessors, provided well for us in the 30s and the 40s, I think it's incumbent upon us that we provide for the members of your organization, for the trade unions in general, and for the country in general in the 1960s.